The bot experiment. For months, Drake and sections of his fan base pushed the narrative that Kendrick Lamar's numbers were being boosted by bots. But what if the exact same thing was happening on Drake's side? Well, the YouTube channel Vill has just dropped a video that could completely flip that conversation on its head. According to the video, Drake's recent projects, Iceman and Habibidibi, whatever you want to call it, may have had their streaming numbers artificially inflated. The investigation even claims to have identified an individual allegedly running bot networks through VPNs and suggests that Drake was among the clients. Now, those are serious allegations, so we're going to look at the evidence presented, separate facts from speculation, and see whether this is a genuine bombshell or just another twist in the never-ending Drake saga. Because if this is true, it would mean that people accusing Kendrick of using bots may have been looking in the wrong direction the entire time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dons and donettes, it's your boy Morgan Heights in the building. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching on your mobile phone, just hit the hype button. It helps my channel grow. Big up Drizzy Freckles. Let's do this.
Drake had just gotten exposed for botting. There is a video that has surfaced of somebody showing another person on a video call how Drake bots his music and how he's able to obtain these top 3 spots on the album charts. This person explains in detail how they're able to do this for Drake and other artists that bought their streams. And this is the problem that we've been talking about. Drake likes to point the finger at Kendrick Lamar, but really, he's just exposing himself. He's exposing that he's aware of botting. And now we have actual proof of somebody in this realm of botting, these bot farms, that's came out and explained the process and also explained that he's done it for Drake and other people. This is really big. And I don't want people to overlook this. We have to understand if Drake has been pointing the finger at Kendrick, it's strictly because he knows that it happens because he's the one that does it. It's projection 101. And now we're going to take a look and see exactly what this individual said, who's in control of these bot farms. This right here is from Hip Hop Clips 36. Big shout outs to Hip Hop Clips 36 for sharing this video.
There is no bot detection here. Wow. If it's a bot, they would be able to detect it. Because skin is a very powerful tool.
I see that.
You know, last 3 albums.
Yeah.
Last one. I can share my screen and show you the process.
So this is Muhammad. Muhammad is the man who is helping people bot, and he's going to show the other person on the call how he does it.
That sounds good.
Okay. So, please confirm if you can see my screen.
It's like a meeting call. God damn.
Man like Muhammad is staying busy, you know. But are we surprised? The word is everybody uses bots to some extent. My question is, if that's true, why does it seem like Drake is the only one being exposed? Something isn't quite adding up here. Anyway, let's keep watching.
So it's pretty simple and it's user-friendly.
Okay.
It's a
Do you recommend
VPN.
that the client use this directly, like the artist, or would you recommend like a back-end management team to handle it for them?
No, we don't need the back-end management team. Once you have it, you can manage it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. As you can see right now, it comes with the memory functions. Once you do the settings, it will keep remember everything. And here we need to input the links for the albums, playlists, or tracks. Here we can import the accounts.
So they select the songs or the albums that they want to stream, but before doing so, they have to add a VPN so that way they can't be detected. I'm assuming they don't want people to get, tipped off at this specific location where all of these streams are coming from. This is exactly what was broken down in the paperwork in the lawsuit against Spotify and Drake, the one that RBX had put out. He was explaining that they use VPNs. Despite his case getting dismissed, that doesn't mean that there's some truth to the stories.
From here, we can control the settings, how many streams we want, what's the cooldown duration time, and we are playing partial or full song. And this is track saving behavior, this is artist search, and here we have the proxies. So once
That's awesome. And then
the stream is done, we can see it here.
typically what size acts do you work with? Are you just with smaller clients, or do you also work with larger clients?
No, we work from smaller to biggest clients in the world. and
The smallest clients to the biggest clients in the world.
biggest clients in the world. And the 3 albums that were in the charts, in the top charts in last month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the guy. He's a pretty famous guy. You helped his team out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, the 3 albums that are at the top right now, I helped them. The 3 albums that were in the charts, that's Drake's albums. Drake's albums have been number 1, his 3 albums for the past 3 weeks. That's the shit that academics is glazing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with the guy. He's a pretty famous guy. You helped his team out, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. It looks like something we want to get some help with. Let's talk a little bit about the numbers and kind of see, like kind of.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I don't necessarily have an issue with people using bots. If that's the route you want to take, that's your business. My issue is when Drake is pointing the finger at Kendrick Lamar and his team while also taking aim at UMG over claims that Not Like Us was artificially boosted. At that point, the conversation shifts from botting to hypocrisy. If these allegations are true, it raises an interesting question. Is Drake calling these things out because he genuinely believes they are happening, or because he knows how the game works and assumes everybody else is doing what he's doing? That's what makes this whole situation strange.
I told you, the only reason why he's pointing the finger at Kendrick about all of this botting shit is because he is responsible for it himself. It takes somebody who knows about it to put allegations on somebody else, because you're aware of the situation also. You're aware of the botting. So it was easy for you to say Kendrick has to be botting because I'm doing it too. You're basically cutting yourself short at that point because you're revealing your hand in what you're responsible for because you think that he does the same shit that you do.
I mentioned what they look like now. What would you recommend would be a good way to start off if we're looking to get that pushing from 200 daily to maybe about $1 million, $1.5 million?
Okay, so this system is scalable as much as you want. It's according to the requirements. So if you want 1 million streams, just put 50 accounts here. Start. The last 3 albums.
Yeah.
In the top. Last month, I helped them do that.
I helped them do that. I helped Drake do that. 50 accounts, which I'm assuming is 50 different bots, putting the streams up, letting them stream that shit, and just letting it rack up the views. It's not just obsessed Drake fans that are trying to be in these spaces on Twitter telling each other to do these streams. It's also Drake paying people from other countries to bot his music. Multiple accounts. He's admitting it. He's saying it.
The last 3 albums.
Yeah.
In the top. Last month, I helped them do that.
That makes sense then.
That makes
sense.
I'm
sure, because he's breaking all kind of records with the streams, so I'm sure he has a lot of support.
A lot of bot support, VPNs, hidden agendas, everybody out here coming from who knows where, trying to help Drake sustain a #1 spot. Nobody should overlook this. I think this shit needs to be researched, needs to be investigated, and people who are doing this shit need to be stopped. It's not fair that Drake gets to eat more than the next man because he's cheating the next man. I think if you want to be better than anybody else, your music has to speak for itself, not bots coming from other countries. A whole playlist of Drake music. It's not just his 3 albums, but it's just essentially a Drake playlist of any of his music. Just constantly streaming it, nonstop.
So this is the playlist.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So Apple makes the playlist and they just take it and they just bot the fuck out of it.
They're doing a lot of big stuff. I know you helped out Drake with his projects and you helped out other big artists. This is going to be something. Go ahead and follow through with and make sure that we use you to help us out.
Sure.
Man, and I don't even know how they got this video. I don't know how they were able to talk to this man. And this man is talking very loosely. But of course, he has to explain the process. If he wants money, if he wants to get paid to do this, and the person is asking questions how he does it, I guess he's doing this for reassurance for the other person, right? For the other person on the call. Well, is it just smaller artists or is it bigger artists? Oh, we deal with the biggest artists. You know, the last 3 albums, we helped them do that. So I'm sure they're just explaining this so that way they could get him more eased up, so that way he could give them money, so that way they could buy it. But damn, bro, the fact that he was able to just put his face on the camera and explain it, share his screen, share everything, show the details, show how he did it for Drake, and explain vividly and clearly that this is botting and Drake is botting and using these farms and using these people from other countries to get ahead, not only to get the #1 spot, but also cheat other people from making money. There could be somebody else that could be making the same amount of bread. Remember, when in that Spotify lawsuit, they said the majority of streams gets the majority of money. So if Drake is getting all the streams, he's getting more money than the other artists. He's cheating other people, not only out of their spot, but out of the money they could earn from Spotify or these other platforms like Apple Music. I think Drake and everybody else involved with this shit should definitely be looked up, should be investigated. They got to crack down on this shit, bro. This shit looks crazy. The fact that this video exists is insane to me. I think it's a matter of time before somebody catches Drake doing what he's doing what he accused Kendrick of. They like to say K-Bot. They like to accuse other people of doing some foul shit. Whole time it's Drake himself that is responsible for all of this bullshit.
My thing is, why would Drake even need to bot? He's massively popular and his music still rings off. Well, at least it used to. I don't really connect with his music like that anymore. But regardless, he has a huge fan base. I remember Joe Budden had TDE Punch on his podcast and he asked him about botting. Punch said they don't use bots because it gives you a false picture of your actual audience. That matters, especially when it comes to selling tickets for shows and tours. From a management point of view, you need a realistic understanding of your fan base so you can properly gauge who is actually going to show up in real life. Anyway, what do you think, people? Does it matter if Drake uses bots? Is it fair? And if it's true, does this make him a hypocrite? And will this become a real issue? It's your boy Morgan Heights in the building, people. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time.